Absolute shambles at Fir Park, and Chris Sutton is straight in, gloating like clockwork. But the bigger story is closer to home. James Tavernier's time is running down, the right side is a mess. And then Findlay Curtis turns up at Kilmarnock under Neil McCann and Billy Dodds, thrown in at right back and playing like he was born for it. 2 flashpoints, 1 Rangers crisis, and a truth they cannot bury. Chris Sutton is at it again, could not wait. First chance to sneer at Rangers, and he is straight in, loving himself. Here's the carry-on. Rangers draw 1-1 at Fir Park, and Sutton goes on X, claiming we got what we deserve because of so-called time wasting. A former from the other side of the city, lecturing Rangers about how to behave. Absolute shambles. The man is paid to talk football, and all he does is push the anti-Rangers agenda with a grin. And the usual suspects in the Scottish media lap it up. Sky Sports, BBC, the lot. Same pattern every time. When Rangers manage a game, it is time wasting. When the other lot do it, it is experience. They do not want us to win. Now, the uncomfortable bit, the numbers from that match do not flatter us. Motherwell had more of the ball, 63% to 37. More shots, 18 to 10. More touches in our box, 31 to 15. More passes in the final third, 117 to 80. That is not the Rangers' way. You do not go to places like Fir Park, sit off it, and hope to nick it. Not if you're serious. And conceding late like that is the killer. Not because Sutton is gloating, we have seen that pantomime before. It is because it screams a lack of control, a lack of ruthlessness, a lack of leaders demanding standards. Ranger sides of old finished that match. They do not invite pressure and then act surprised when it bites them. So let Sutton laugh. Let him dance on social media for the other lot. The bigger question is why Rangers allowed him any ammunition at all. How many more points are we going to hand away before somebody at Ibrox decides enough is enough? And if you think that was bad, wait until you hear what is happening right under our noses. James Tavernier, 10 years of service, a captain who has carried this club through nonsense that would have broken lesser men. Now we are staring at the end of his deal, and everyone is acting like we have all the time in the world to sort the right side of that defense. Absolute shambles if we drift into summer with no plan, because look at the options we have been fed. Max Aaron's on loan, and it has not landed the way it was sold. Dujon Sterling, talented, aye, but always one knock away from disappearing again. So the manager has a priority. Right back has to be addressed, and it has to be done properly. The Rangers' way is not panic buying and hoping for miracles. Now here's the part that should have people banging the table. Findlay Curtis, 19 years old, out on loan at Kilmarnock. And what happens? He starts against St. Mirren on 11th February, and they stick him at right back. A winger playing right back, and he turns into one of the drivers in a 4-3 win. An assist, 2 key passes, 85% passing. And he's putting in the dirty work too. Interceptions, tackles, clearances. That is a kid showing he will do whatever the team needs. So tell me this. Why was he struggling for minutes with us? Why are we always so reluctant to trust our own when they are clearly desperate to fight for that shirt? We keep hearing about pathways and academy pride. Then the first sign of pressure and the youngsters are parked on the bench or punted out the door. If Curtis keeps doing that at right back, then Rangers might have Tavernier's successor already sitting in the building, and ignoring it would be criminal. Because what is the point of having a youth system if the minute a lad shows he can handle it, we still pretend the solution must be borrowed from somewhere else? Are we building a squad, or are we just renting one? Right then, you lot. If you're sick to the back teeth of the nonsense, the cheap digs, and the smug studio verdict, you know what to do. Hit like, get yourself subscribed, and make sure you're here every time the truth needs said. Scotland football, now, does not bow to anybody.